So I've been a member of various geek communities basically since I had internet, and the concept of the fake geek girl is something that has basically existed since I knew what a geek was. This concept has always kind of frustrated me and filled me with a little bit of outrage every time I've heard it, and it kind of was brought up again recently when my boyfriend and I were making dinner and he showed me a screenshot and asked me what I thought about it, and it was a conversation between a woman who was streaming herself playing League of Legends on Twitch and a guy who was watching and started asking her about her rank, and then she basically told him, well, if you're not going to donate to my channel or pay to watch me, then why are you here? And he basically accused her of exploiting geek guys and making it harder for real geek girls to play the game, and accused her of not being feminist and trying to explain what feminism was to her. First of all, I despise when men mansplain feminism to women. Can you please don't? It's really not necessary. I cannot tell you how incredibly unwanted and unwarranted your male opinion about feminism is. You can have your opinions, but please don't try to mansplain to me what feminism is. It's ridiculous. I'm never going to take you seriously, and I will always want to punch you in the mouth. I won't, but I will want to. Anyway, so he asked me what I thought about it, and I immediately was just really frustrated because I don't care that she was bronze 5, which is the worst rank in the game. I don't even care if she is a fake geek girl. If that concept is actually legitimate, I'm sure there are fake geek guys too who pretend to like something for the attention and admiration of other people. I'm sure that does exist. But I think for both genders, it exists in relatively minuscule numbers because, to be honest, video games are really fun. Newsflash, most people enjoy doing fun things. So, I have personally played some form of video game basically since I was a tiny child. I grew up playing a small number of games on a PS1, and then when I got my first computer, I started out with Adventure Quest and RuneScape, and eventually upgraded to other MMORPGs and other video games as well. And now I tend to really enjoy a lot of open world RPGs. I did play LoL for a while. I didn't do a lot of ranked just because while I enjoyed competitive video games and spent hundreds of hours playing LoL, honestly, I really did never get much better than mediocre, which I think is totally fine. I enjoyed the game, I had fun with it, and, I would play with people at my own level. Sometimes I would play with people a little bit higher level, and that was fun too. And it was just really frustrating to constantly deal with sexual harassment and being told that I wasn't really into this game that I spent, hundreds of dollars on like custom skins and things like that for, and spent hundreds of hours playing. Just because I wasn't great at it. And it frustrates me because I feel like everyone holds women to this high standard where we're not allowed to be casually interested or mediocre at anything. If you go watch any extended number of Twitch streams or YouTube Let's Play channels, you will see that plenty of them are run by guys who are mediocre at the games they are playing. And I think that's totally fine. If they're having fun and they're making videos and they're enjoying themselves and people like watching them, I don't have any issue with that. The thing I find problematic is that this fake geek girl concept is solely applied to women and applied to them if they don't meet certain standards on any level. And it's particularly frustrating with the fact that it's saturated every aspect of the geek community, pretty much. Pretty much every aspect of it has either these like gross components of sexism and misogyny, or this undermining the legitimacy of female participants. It's true in the LARP community where you get sexually harassed, but it's okay because it's in character. It's true in the video game community where you get sexually harassed or verbally abused if you're not amazing at a video game and you dare to show people that you like it. It's true in the cosplay community where you get quizzed on every single character you cosplay because obviously I know nothing about the character that I spent hours painstakingly replicating with my, and spending hundreds of dollars on in order to recreate in real life. No, obviously, I hate that character and know nothing about it. I'm just doing it for male attention. That makes perfect sense. It's everywhere. It's true of the tabletop community. It's true of the sci-fi community. It's true of, every aspect of the geek community, except for maybe fandoms, and fandoms are just a little bit extra for me, so I tend not to participate too much. But overall, I just really wish that the geek community walked the walk more in terms of acceptance. It's incredibly frustrating as a woman to see other women who are casually interested in games and who might be more interested in playing them more seriously or playing or participating in things that they might not otherwise participate in. But then they get kind of scared off with this constant gatekeeping. Newsflash, just because you know more about the lore of Magic the Gathering doesn't mean you have to be an asshole when someone beats you with a pre-made burn deck. Sometimes shit happens. Like, it gets really tiring, and it's kind of this annoying, like, ragey way that men also behave when they feel like women are trying to compete with them at all for any space within the geek community. And I feel like the reason that I'm not remotely upset by people who are mediocre in any aspect of what they do is because, first of all, everyone has to start somewhere, and second of all, because the way they delegitimize those people is ultimately the way they're going to delegitimize all women who are participating in whatever community it is anytime they feel threatened by them. And the sexism within all of these communities is pretty evident. Just ask most women who participate in them and they can tell you stories. It is just so pervasive, and the concept of the fake geek girl in and of itself, I think, as it's perpetuated, really does make this a continuing issue. I think that the community might have moved on a long time ago if we stopped with this culture of defaulting to assuming that women are fake geek girls until proven otherwise if they're, remotely attractive or into makeup or feminine or bother to show that they're into anything besides, geek-related things. And I don't know, it just, the way that it seems like all men either want to sexually harass or invalidate any woman that dares to participate in geek-related activities is so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary, and ultimately it makes these communities less fun for everyone. I wish that we could all stop harassing each other and just let people chill and enjoy things, but I know that that's not the world we live in, so I'm just gonna bitch about it on the internet. Anyway, this has been one of my petty rants. If you enjoy my content, like and subscribe. If not, then fuck right off. Alright, that's all I have for you. Feed us sane bitches.